Hey everyone, Drewbie here, and I'll be casting a 1 versus 1 tonight on Shakuras Plateau. Now we are here with Drewbie as the Blue Terran, and we are also here with iNcontroL as the Red Protoss. So we got two well-known pro players here facing off, and it should be a pretty decent match. Um, Now, my friend sent me this match, and from what he said, it's some tournament match. I'm not exactly sure which one. I want to say MLG, but I don't quote me on that. He didn't really say. He just said it was a tournament match that he had, and yeah, that was it. I saw who was playing, so I didn't even bother doing any research on it because I mean, most, if not everyone, knows iNcontroL, and especially Drewbie in the pro circuit. Now we do have Drewbie is looking to get his wall off at the start. iNcontroL is also getting his scout out pretty early. He is going to be scouting the wrong corner of the base, so he's not going to be able. He might get lucky come down here second and get in here before Drewbie has the wall off, but I think Drewbie might be able to get that wall off before iNcontroL can get a scout inside his base. Looks like Drewbie is waiting for the 150 minerals to get the barracks, and the barracks is now coming down. Won't be surprised if he puts a bunker right here. If not, he's most likely going to put a supply depot right in this corner, and then probably finish off with a bunker over here, if not over here, which is pretty good defense placement for the bunker, especially on this map. Now it looks like iNcontroL is going to be able to get the scout inside the base, and he is going to be able to scout around this base pretty early, which isn't going to be too helpful. I mean, he's going to see their refinery come up really quickly. And it does look like, ooh, iNcontroL is looking to gas steal here Drewbie, or gas block Drewbie here. Which isn't going to hurt him too much as he already has one up, and he should be able to get fully saturated in that quickly, and this is not going to hurt him at all. He's going to be able to get some Marines on the field and pick that off. Now we do have a simulator is already done here for iNcontroL, as he already has a gateway down, and he's getting a Cybernetics core, which means he is going to be looking to get massive stalkers, if not sentries, on the field early, which is actually a good unit composition to get right off the bat, especially against Terran. Now Drewbie was able to get a Marine down on the field quickly. He is going to be able to pick off this probe by iNcontroL, and he's going to slowly be working his way on that simulator here by iNcontroL, so he can get fully saturated on both Vespene and Geysers. Now Orbital Command did finish here. He is now finally dropped his first mule, so he can gather minerals quickly. Won't be surprised if he goes for an expand here around 22, 23 supply, which is fairly normal, especially on a map this size. Now we do have it looks like a stalker is now getting chrono boosted out here by iNcontroL, as I predicted. We are getting warp gate on the field, so we are going to see some sort of massive stalker sentry build here by iNcontroL at the start. And I won't be surprised if he gets his second geyser going, simulator going soon, because if he's going for a stalker sentry build, he's going to need as much gas as he can. He does get the stalker out, and he should be able to pick off the SCV, as he is able to pick off that scout by Drewbie, but he is already going to notice Cybernetics core out, and he's already going to notice that the stalker build is on its way. Now it does look like Drewbie is going to be able to pick off this simulator in time, so he can get that second gas on way. Something with Terran is everything, most unit composition that you go with is gas heavy, so for him to get gas blocked this early game didn't affect him too much, but if it went any longer, it could hurt him pretty bad in the mid to late game. Now we do have a second and third barracks also on the way here for Drewbie, so Drewbie is going to go for some mass ground unit composition. My guess is he's probably going to go, he's already has command center on the way for the expansion as well. iNcontroL is actually going to look and see if he can push in here and do any type of damage, and he's not, so it looks like he's just going to probably use this. Oh, he's trying to pick off that one Marine and is not going too well, as he almost lost all shield there on his stalker. So he's going to scout around. He is going to see somewhat what is going on here. He is going to see the expansion on the way. He does see the bunker getting built. Now what I was going to say is I think Drewbie is actually going to do some sort of massive Marauder Marine build, possibly with a siege tank. Now we do have iNcontroL is getting his expansion on the way. The Nexus is almost done. His second gateway is done, as well as the third one is on its way. So he is going to definitely be warping in some more stalkers and sentries, as he hasn't really built anything else. To be honest, I won't be surprised with a build like this. We'll probably see some Dark Templars fairly shortly here, as it's actually a really good unit composition to go with. Dark Templars, Sentries, and Stalkers actually help out quite well. Now we do have, I don't even know if that makes quite well. Wow. Anyways, now we do have a robo facility on the way, which means we are going to see some observers. He should be able to do some good observer placements over here, mostly right in the front here, to be able to see what his opponent does, and to see when he pushes out. Now we do have Stimpak on the way, as well as some Marauders and a Tech Lab here for Drewbie, so we are going to be looking for a massive Marine Marauder build at the start. There is no starport yet or a factory, so we're not going to be seeing any type of medics, Banshees, anything on the field just yet. Now we do have iNcontroL is looking to get fully saturated here on his base at his expansion, as he was picking off that stupid random supply depot. That these tournament maps for some reason have these supply depots. I don't really know exactly why, because I've been gone for a good 7 months. I've been out of the game, was stationed in Camp Lejeune, as I said in my other video, and so I have to read up on all this new stuff and keep an eye out on some of the new pro players and whatnot. Now we do have Drewbie is going to be able to get his expansion well defended. He has the orbital command, and he has pretty good saturation here on his expansion. Now we do have scouts pushing out everywhere here for iNcontroL. He's looking to maybe possibly get another expansion. We do have a probe going around to see what's going on at his opponent's base, as Drewbie is going to be able to push out. This probe is going to go right into danger. That probe is done for, but that means iNcontroL knows what's coming, and he is going to be able to set up some sort of defense here. And with these sentries, a good unit composition here, he'll be able to force field Drewbie's forces, keep him back, and probably pick them off one by one with the stalkers and sentries. Now we got a nice little MM ball going on here for Drewbie, as he's just scouting around, seeing what's up, sending him Lonely Marine here to pick off that probe. And in the meantime, in iNcontrol's base, he's getting defense going on. He's getting some more stuff on the way. He's researching tier 1 armor. He's also got charge on the way for the zealots, which are great for chopping through marauders and marines. We also have tier 1 weapons on the way here for Drewbie, as well as finally a factory is now on the way. And oh, look at this, we do have a dark shrine coming here for iNcontroL, so we are going to be probably seeing some dark templars probably pretty soon. As soon as that's done, I won't be surprised if he warps in some dark templars over here to defend, reinforce his defense here in his expansion. Don't know why I could not say that. Now we do have 3 more gateways also in production here for iNcontroL, so he's definitely going to be doing a mass ground build. We're not going to see any Void Rays or anything, most likely in this fight, unless it gets more into a late game. Then we'll probably see some Void Rays. If not, you don't really see carriers too often, but that would be nice. Now, we have a nice little proxy pylon here by iNcontroL, and I guarantee he built that right on time as the Dark Shrine finishes. They both should finish around the same time, and we should be seeing some Dark Templars warp in here, and he should be able to do some serious damage here on the expansion of Drewbie's base. Drewbie is now looking to reinforce his army that he's got going on here, patrolling his nice mobile armor with some more Marauders and Marines. So he is probably looking to push out as soon as possible. Now, we do have 2 more barracks as well as missile turret on the way here for Drewbie. Drewbie realizes he needs some sort of stealth detection, as he should know that there is no air on the way here for iNcontroL just yet. Now we do have tier 2 ground armor on the way for iNcontroL, so he's looking to get that tech up advantage against his opponent, as we do have tier 1 weapons are just barely done here for Drewbie, and he's going to need that. Now we do have 2 Dark Templars did just warp in over here in the back of Drewbie's expansion. He is now going to be able to pick off these SCVs one by one. He's going to be forced to pull them back over by the missile turrets, but iNcontroL is going to be able to do some more damage here. And if he's lucky, oh, the scan does go down, and that Dark Templar is going to be killed. Now, he did do a good amount of damage. He managed to get a few SCVs. That's about 150, 200 minerals gone, and he stopped all production at all, because he has no SCVs going on here in his base. Now, we have Dark Templars are everywhere, just picking off Drewbie. Units, supply depots, and everything left and right. So Drewbie is kind of in trouble right now, as he was forced to pull off all production for quite a while, and he lost some more units up here in his main, and he was forcing him to build some more missile turrets around crucial buildings in his base. Now we do have iNcontroL using a warp prism here, warping in some more Dark Templars, which I'm not exactly sure why he's warping them in over here. Oh, he's going to kill the destructible rocks, which is going to help him actually quite a bit to be able to do a sneak attack over here Now we do have a nice little army getting pushed out here by iNcontroL, as he is going to be able to keep the pressure on with these Dark Templars. But Drewbie now has the most common MMM ball out. He's got some medevacs on the field. Now we do have tier 2 armor is just about done for the iNcontroL, and he's also got a Robo Bay on the way, so we are probably going to be seeing some Colossi on the field, which is going to demolish his MMM ball like there's no freaking tomorrow. Although there's a lot of Marauders there, which can take care of Colossi pretty quickly, but yeah, I don't think it's really going to help him too much. Anyways, now we do have tier 1 ground armor weapons now on the way here for the Protoss. They already got the tier 2 armor done, so he just has to work on his attacking. His weapons, which is, ooh, he just lost 2 Dark Templars there iNcontroL, as Drewbie was able to pick off that Warp Prism with the Dark Templars inside. Now he is looking to put a push out here. He has a scan going on. He is going to be able to pick off that Dark Templar, and does look like iNcontroL might be kind of in trouble here. Great force field placement there by iNcontroL, trapping a lot of those Marauders and Marines, and he was able to pick those off like there's no tomorrow. We have a Viking on the field, which is actually going to be kind of pointless at the moment. We have an Archon also on the field here. We have nice mix of units here by iNcontroL. With his upgrades, he definitely was able to push back Drewbie and is able to fend off that assault. And looks like iNcontroL is going to be looking to do a counter assault, as he is. Ooh, no, he's actually looking to push out to defend his 3rd expansion he's got going on here. He's got the another Robo facility down built, and he is looking now to finally fully saturate his 3rd expansion. His 2nd expansion, 3rd base. Now we do have a Dark Templar here. He's picking off units left and right from the back. He was able to kill a couple Marines there, which it definitely helps. Some people don't think it does, but it definitely does. Now it looks like he's going to load everything in a medic vax, and it looks like he might be trying to do a sneak attack over here from the side, which actually could do some damage, because nope, he actually ended up dropping them all. But I'll say he could do some damage here because there's nothing protecting this side of the base. He could drop right in. He could definitely destroy a ton of probes, do some damage on the base. It does look like iNcontroL is expecting that, so he is now forcing all his units over here to the main part of his base. He's definitely expecting something. The observer must have caught the units going in the medevac, so he's definitely getting prepared. Now we do have an observer over here as well, so he should be able to see what's going on. Now we do have a lonely medevac going here, was spotted. It looks like he's trying to look for a great place to drop, and it looks like he's going to be right in this spot right here. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's putting a drop over there with a handful of Marines, which ain't going to be able to do much because all the units are over here. Might be able to pick off a couple probes, but that's about it. Now we do have tier 3 weapons are now on the way here for Drewbie, which is going to help him quite a bit, but we do have the extended thermal lance on the way for the Colossi here for iNcontroL. iNcontroL is going to be able to lose a ton of probes here, but iNcontroL does have his units over here now. This way he's going to try escaping with these 8 Marines in this medevac, and he is going to be able to get away without losing any Marines or his medevac, which is actually going to be... I was kind of surprised there. I thought he was going to lose all those units there. He almost lost that Marine, which has like no life. Now it looks like iNcontroL is now looking to put up some photon cannons, as he cannot afford to lose that. Now it looks like we have another drop coming over here by Drewbie with Marauders, as Drewbie is trying to figure out what to do. Now we do have a nice little matchup coming over here that I almost missed, as Drewbie looks like he walked right into the army of iNcontroL, and now he has to force himself back to his base. And I don't think he's definitely going to lose a lot of units here, as iNcontroL is just demolishing his army, mobile army that Drewbie's got going on here. He's definitely in trouble. He has forced back to his expansion, and it doesn't look like iNcontroL is even going to bother trying to attack that part. Well, that's actually well defended. That's definitely a good part. He's not even going to bother trying to waste any more units here. It looks like iNcontroL doesn't realize that his Colossi is doing some damage here on Drewbie's supply depot, and now he does, and he is now finally pulling back to reinforce his army once again. So it definitely looks like Drewbie was looking to push out to do some more damage here in iNcontrol's any of his bases, but he was definitely stopped here by iNcontroL. Now we also have the tier 3 weapons almost done. We have more Vikings coming on the field, and we also have some more Dark Templars, as well as tier 3 ground armor for iNcontroL. And I gotta say, iNcontroL is definitely in the lead right now. Mostly he has definitely the base advantage, he has a tech advantage, and he has a unit composition advantage right now, as Drewbie is still only 2 basing it, and he needs to move out soon, because it's going to get to a point where iNcontroL is just going to overmass him, and that's going to be it. There's only so much you can do by 2 basing. I know Terran, you can 2 base for a while, but when you got your opponent has already 4 bases going, that's about it. Now we do have a freaking huge army composition here by iNcontroL. He is almost at 200 supply to Drewbie's 138, so he's definitely going to be maxed out pretty soon. I won't be surprised if he waits to his 200. He is almost at the 200 supply limit, so he is going to have to push out soon if he wants to do anything without letting his opponent build up an army. Now it looks like Drewbie is going with an MMM ball with some Vikings, and this might help. He should be able to pick off all those Colossi, but I still think iNcontroL still has a tech advantage right now. All Drewbie has is tier 3 weapons. He has no armor. He's just now researching armor, and it looks like iNcontroL is now researching tier 2 weapons. And don't forget, iNcontroL already has tier 3 armor, so he definitely has a tech advantage here. So if they were to go head to head, I would have to give it to iNcontroL, definitely, if they went head to head right now. Then we have we have some boosters on the way. I won't be surprised if we get some carriers. I would love to see some carriers on the ground, but observer speed is kind of a, well, I don't want to say it's really a waste. No, I don't know. I don't really see the point of researching observer boost. Maybe he's going to keep observers with this army, but I would love to see some carriers in the field now, because he's basically in the point where he can't really research much more for the units he has. He also has Psionic Storm coming on here, and that's definitely going to be pretty deadly. Like I said, he has a great unit composition right now against Drewbie's MMM ball. There's just so much Protoss can do to counter that, and it is definitely helping now. It does look like Drewbie is setting up some sort of forward outpost here. He's putting a nice sentry down as missile turret to keep an eye on any Dark Templars. And right now, looks like iNcontroL is just massing an army. He's got his 4th base is just about to get fully saturated, as we have probes are now on the way. Pretty sure the probes are going to that 4th base. Now we have Dark Templars scouting around like crazy, but they are about to get picked off by Drewbie. The scan does go down. He does lose a Dark Templar there as he was trying to come over here and see what was going on. Drewbie is now just finally getting that 3rd base on the way, and does look like iNcontroL is looking to do a push out right now. iNcontroL does have good use of the towers, so he is going to be able to see what's going on. He has observers and Dark Templars in places. Now he is going to finally build an outer pylon to help reinforce his attack here, as he's splitting up his army right now. He's definitely looking to do a push. We have 4 Marines here looking to scout out, see what's going on, realize his attack is coming from the front. He definitely has he has a good army size here, but I hate to say it, but it's only an MMM ball with a handful of Vikings. I don't think he's going to be able to stop what iNcontroL has going. This could determine the match right here. Scan does go down. He's going to notice the massive Dark Templars in the middle. He definitely sees the High Templars, so he must realize Psionic Storm is research. And now the push looks like is coming out. It looks like he's definitely getting his units split up in the sections. And now it looks like he's going to send out a couple High Templars here to possibly get a Psionic Storm going. And there goes the Storms. He's trying to do as much damage to the Vikings as he can, so he can keep up as many Colossi as possible. Now we do have Terran ship weapons. Tier 1 is finally getting researched, and he also has personal cloaking on the way with ghosts. So we are going to be able to see some ghosts on the field to be able to shoot some shit at the High Templars. And I want to say iNcontroL is forcing him back quite a bit. Now here comes some great storm placement. Bad movement there by Drewbie, as Drewbie just walked his units right into the storm and didn't even bother pulling them out. The ghosts are going to be able to pick off those High Templars left and right. It was definitely a good move there by Drewbie getting those ghosts. You gotta love snipe. And now the scan does go down. Now he's not only going to notice on the units over here, he still doesn't realize what's going on over here, as well as all these units over here. So I say iNcontroL is just waiting for a perfect time to attack. They are both basically at 200 supply right now, and it does look like iNcontroL is going to lose some units here left and right. And Drewbie once again moving his units right into the storm. And now definitely bad movement there once again. Looks like iNcontroL has no other choice than to move in, as he already moved into Stalkers. Now we have Storms going left and right. We have Sonics. Oh, everything's going on right now. Zealots are charging in there, going to be able to pick off. Ooh, actually, Drewbie is might be able to pull this off, as he is going to force iNcontroL back. He destroyed most of iNcontrol's army, and those Colossi are the only thing doing damage right now to Drewbie, as Drewbie is forced to split up his army, and the only thing that iNcontroL has is a handful of Stalkers, Dark Templars, and Colossi. Now it looks like we have more units finally getting warped in here. We have some Archons and on the way, as well as a bunch of Zealots just got warped in here as well. Definitely an economic move there by iNcontroL. Kind of surprised he has nothing else really on the way. He has a couple Colossi, that's about it. Scan does go down. He is going to realize what's going on. He has iNcontroL, as Drewbie is now reinforcing his army with what he needs. And he is now working on his third base. He's finally getting fully saturated, which is a long time coming. Now it looks like we have a push here by iNcontroL to try to do some damage, but Drewbie's army right here is actually going to be forced to come back as he does stim pack, and we have a nice blink there by iNcontroL. But those ghosts are going to be doing a ton of damage to iNcontrol's units, and does look like actually iNcontroL is going to be able to overcome Drewbie's units here as Drewbie is stim packs once again to see what he can do. And actually Drewbie was able to pick off all of units here by iNcontroL, as iNcontroL is trying to push in finally with the last of his units, as he's just warping in Zealots after Zealots, as those are the last two Colossi that he's building. He has two more on the way. But I don't think iNcontroL is going to be able to. He actually might. This is actually a close battle. I hate to say it. Drewbie does good game, and he does leave. That was. I actually thought Drewbie was going to have it there with all the stim packs being able to cut back, but iNcontroL just kept the units coming and coming, forced Drewbie back, and there you have it. There you go. Good match between Drewbie and iNcontroL, and have a good one.